I'm just waiting for some people to jump on. All right. See a few of you jumped on. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope y'all are doing well. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know in the comments. Just say, yes, I can hear you or something. We good? All right. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. We got Kevin, Fragrance Shark, Rush, Robert, and G Dove. Fragtastic Voyage. How y'all doing tonight? Can you hear me? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to go over some up and coming things I want to do on the channel. We've got a big special that I'm going to do on the 2.6 Elixir. And I'm also going to go over 5 fragrances that I've really been enjoying a lot, excuse me, in this colder weather. And I guess first and foremost, we'll go ahead and hop into 5 of these fragrances that I have actually been wearing very, very heavily. All right, the first one I want to go over is the new Christian Dior Tobacco Color. See that dent? You guys know that this is a new fragrance, and yeah, I can't get enough of this. It's sweet, creamy, smoky. It's like tobacco, white peach. It's got some resinous benzoin, just fantastic. Have any of you guys tried tobacco color? Let me know in the comments. I want to see what you guys think about it. Anybody? Yeah, that is a huge dent. Yes, it is. So that's what I'm talking about. Like these fragrances I'm going to talk about or beginning to talk about, I have been wearing savagely. Let's see. Yes, tobacco, plum, peach, honey. It's kind of juicy. It's sweet, smoky, resinous. Just a super fantastic tobacco fragrance if you guys are into that kind of thing. Another house that I've been diving into just in the past, I don't know, maybe 6 months is Terrence Hughes. Now, I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. Some of the early Terrence Hughes stuff, I was not a very big fan of, but everything that I have tried, and I know my boy Fragtastic Voyage is here, he will vouch for me. Like Aaron's killing it right now. I mean, he's absolutely killing it. I was talking to my brother about it, and he said that he watched one of Aaron's videos where Aaron had kind of went into a dark place, and now he's clean and doing good and all that. It is very, very apparent in his fragrances, and the one that I've been wearing the most is Ohm. Now, I got a 10 ml whenever Chris from Fragmental sent me Smolder, and I was shocked. I mean, like at first I was like, it's okay, it's good, it's nothing special. But then the more I started wearing, I was like, wait a minute, this thing is straight fire. So, for those of you who are Iris fans, this is probably the best Iris fragrance in my collection, and that is a very bold statement. The body chemistry with you, as you wear this fragrance through the day, you may not know it, but you are projecting beastly. It's got an Oris concrete in here. So, yeah, I would say that it is absolutely concrete caked into your skin. Has anybody tried? I know Fragtastic Voyage has tried Ohm. Has anybody else tried Ohm from Aaron Terrence Aaron Terrence? Yes, 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 Rush. I am with you, my friend. So we've got Oris Concrete, Amber, Tobacco, not tobacco, Tonka Bean, excuse me. I can't even read my own handwriting. Vanilla, Sandalwood, Cedarwood, a couple of other notes, but this is fantastic. Super sexy, amazing projection, amazing longevity. I can't get enough of this one. This one is just really, really, really solid. So for those of you who are Iris fans, do yourselves a favor. This is hella sexy. I would say perfect for, like unisex or whatever, but to me, it does lean a bit masculine for Irish fragrances. So Aaron Terrence Hughes Ohm is straight fire, especially in the colder weather. But you could probably wear it, year round. Signature scent, date night scent, very versatile, but not just your basic Ohm fragrance, in my personal opinion, anyway. So the next fragrance I want to go over is Jet Black Enigma. Now, this is the fragrance that say Gent Sense. Ashton from Gent Sense did the creative director of this Michael Malul fragrance. And from the minute that I opened this fragrance, I was like, wow, this is really, really good. It actually was better than I expected. So this one's got some saffron, some ginger, some cinnamon, black pepper, lots of spices, especially, like in the opening. But the dry down on this just smells almost niche quality. Absolutely fantastic. Has a little bit of oud in here, especially for the price when you put the Gent Sense code in there. I think this runs a little bit shy of 80 bucks. One hell of a scent. This is going to be probably one of the better, more on the inexpensive, under 100 bucks that I put out in 2020, in my opinion. As you can see, another big dent in this one as well. And another thing I love is this pressurized atomizer. Look at that. This is some good stuff, guys. If you have not checked out the Jet Black Enigma, you definitely should check it out. It's fantastic. I can't get enough of this. The performance is great. If you spray it on your clothes, it'll hang with you all day into the night. That's another one that I was thoroughly impressed with. The next fragrance I wanted to talk about, I know some of you are probably familiar with this one. For those of you who are fans of Gallagher, Wicked Good, this fragrance right here is highly addictive. Another huge dent. I actually bought this, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago. I've been wanting this fragrance forever. But it's just Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, and chocolate. And it's not like a dry cacao. It's more of like an actual chocolate. And it's not overly cloyingly sweet. In the opening, you're going to get that sweetness. But it does dry down, sits kind of close to the skin, and is highly addictive. I cannot stop. Cannot stop wearing this fragrance, but I'm gonna have to put it down. I like to wear it to bed. There's something that just soothes me about this. I find it very sensual, sexy, sweet, delicious, just a perfect fragrance. And Gallagher Fragrances is one of the indie houses that I have really fallen in love with in the past year and a half or so. There's not been a release yet that I have been disappointed with, and now they have the Pearl Sense that is a collaboration, more or less, with his wife. I must say more or less. It's his wife's brand, but I think they're working together on that. I've smelled a couple of those fragrances, and I know that Daniel actually has another fragrance that's coming out soon, and I'm dying to try that. But the Pearl Sense that I've smelled, baklava, and I think it was rose something, maybe a rose aqua or something like that. But both of those are very solid, very, very solid fragrances. So yeah, I will be probably just moving stuff out of my collection just to start beefing up my Gallagher collection. Last but not least is a fragrance that I have been dying for 4 years. This is from the Carolina Herrera exclusive line. I think it's the confidential line, actually. This used to be only sold in Dubai at the mall in Dubai, the Carolina Herrera boutique. There's a bunch of them. There's like the Nightfall Patchouli, I think it is. There's a leather one. They've got several, but Bronze Tonka just completely knocked my socks off. I've bought several decants of this throughout the years and finally was gifted this amazing fragrance from an amazing person. And you probably can't see, but the level is right about there. So I've been spraying this very heavily. The Carolina Herrera confidential line is head and shoulders above anything that I've ever smelled, because I personally am not the biggest fan of some of the regular stuff, whether it be, Privé or, I mean, there's a few that I've liked, but nothing where I was just like, God, that's just so good. But this is one of my absolute favorite fragrances. If you've not tried this, my gosh, it opens with coffee, vanilla. It's more of like an oriental vanilla fragrance, but you've got coffee, you've got oud, obviously the vanilla and the tonka. Just if you're a gourmand fan, if you like vanilla, if you like coffee, has a lot of body, very loud, kind of spicy. Just I can't get enough of this one. So I just wanted to cover a few of these fragrances first, but next thing is I wanted to get a little bit of feedback from you guys. So I'm gonna be changing things up a little bit. Obviously, with me starting a brand, working full time, with the chaos that I have in my life, I know that I've neglected the channel. That's why I decided to go live tonight and just kind of mix things up. That's why I actually wanted to talk about fragrances versus just, oh, this is what's coming up next with the 2.6 Elixir and Coastal Carolina Parfums, blah, 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 blah. So what I want to do is actually, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, actually, is put out some content for the ladies. So I'm going to need your input on that. So ladies, what are you wanting to know about as far as a guy's perspective? I have got a few decants. I've had a handful of ladies sending me decants. I'm gonna go over some of that stuff, date night fragrances from a man's perspective, signature scents, so on and so forth. So I'll probably doing like a ladies night type fragrance review or vlog or however you guys want to do it. And I'm also going to be doing some other things as well, like having special guests doing lives like this. Uh, I think I had mentioned one time before that I wanted to do like a game mixing up the hot wings and the fragrances, the olfactive fire. And I've got several other ideas, but I kind of want to see how you guys feel, being that I'm not done, doing videos with, editing and everything that you guys are used to, but I am going to have to try to mix things up with lives so I don't have to worry about waiting for editing and all that stuff. So ladies night is one thing that we can do. Special guests. Another idea I had was maybe like indie fragrances and indie brews. North Carolina is we actually have the absolute most microbreweries in the United States. So indie beers won't be hard for me to go over. So I figured maybe, check out a beer, check out some indie brands. I know you guys know a lot of different brands I probably haven't even heard of. So, maybe we can kind of share that, maybe learn about some good beers and maybe some good indie fragrances. You guys know that I love the indie fragrances. Next thing I want to talk about is I'm just going to let you guys know I may or may not leave this video up, but I am working on a second fragrance. I've got tons of briefs, lots of briefs. I've been kind of on a creative role, and I think there's going to be some killer stuff, but I have got 2 mods already of the next fragrance, which I hope to release spring, summer 2022. I don't want to, have them coming too close together, but the 2 mods I've got so far are pretty exciting. And another thing I wanted to do for you guys is say thank you. You guys have been amazing as far as the support for my fragrance brand, still hanging out with me, even though I've not been uploading content. I feel really bad for not being able to upload, but it is what it is. I've just been working insane nights, sometimes 17 to 20 hours in one day. That's a lot. So yeah, I'm not 17, 18 anymore. So I can't do that a whole lot without suffering the consequences. So I want to think of some fun things to do. That way, some of it will be easier content to put out. And then obviously I want, the bells and whistles as well. But that's why I kind of got the, set up where we can just do live streams, have special guests, interviews. Like I was talking about with like, indie brands, we could bring on, you know, owners of indie brands, anything that you guys have, just leave it in the comments, ideas that you might have that you think would be cool to do, on certain nights of the week or whatever. And another thing I wanted to bring up, I had a well, not a live stream, but I had a Zoom meeting with Mark Mobley from My Fragrance Samples. Now, you guys know that Mark's been with me forever, so it's no deep, dark secret that Mark and I are good friends. He's been instrumental in allowing this channel to grow. Now, one thing I know that some of you guys have talked about in the past is like, okay, yeah, he's got great customer service, but I'm not so sure about the prices. Well, he has went through and repriced everything, and he's highly competitive now. So it's like you get that red carpet treatment, you get the free sample with the purchase, and he's winning and drastically cut his prices. So he's extremely competitive, being that so many decanting companies have popped up. So think about all those prices being chipped away and then adding a 15% discount with CFR 15, which lets him know that you guys are supporting me and you're supporting him, which, has that ripple effect. And another thing that I've talked to him about is if you use that CFR 15 code, you get a free sample of 2,6 Elixir. So I know some of you guys have, private message me. He's like, do you offer samples? I mean, I've had the 15 mLs from day one. I guess there's some people that are just wanting, a 2 ml, 3 ml, whatever. That's a little harder for me to do, being that I'm just a one-man show. If I had a team or even just a couple people helping or something, maybe it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But that's the way you can do it. If there's something that you want or something you want to try, go to My Fragrance Samples, use CFR 15, get your 15% discount, and then get a free sample of the 2,6 Elixir. Now, coming back to the 2,6 Elixir, I'm going to offer a very limited discount for you guys. I've tried to price it competitively, and I want to go ahead and mention one more thing before I get into that. There was one person that commented like, your pricing is weird. And I mentioned in the very beginning that I tried to keep the price down as much as possible in the 15 ml so as many people could try it as possible. I have not deviated, went up on the price or any of that. Moving into a 50 ml, again, no investors or anything like that, it's a lot more expensive. And when I was doing a negotiating for those bottles, the first price they threw at me, I was like, there ain't no freaking way. So they came back and gave me a price, but I think what they did is they kind of skimped on me on the atomizer. So I'm going to be getting new atomizers for those 15 ml bottles. I'll get the pressurized ones like we've got on this Malul right here. That's the type of atomizer I'm going to be putting on these 50 mLs. Super nice bottles. I'm just not super stoked about those atomizers. I mean, I know maybe some of you guys are okay with that, but I'm sure you wouldn't mind an upgrade. So with that said, 25% off tonight. And, I know more people will be coming in. I'll leave that up until Saturday morning. So if you guys want 25% off, and that's on the 15s and the 50 ml, when you go to checkout, just put in the, where you can put your discount in, put live. Live is your code to get 25% off. That's on the 50s and the 15 ml. So that's going to be the lowest I'm going to go for the rest of the year. I am going to have a discount code from Black Friday until Christmas morning, but it's not going to be as much as what I just said. So those of you, the 30 people that are on here with me right now, you have access to 25% off on the 15 ml or the 50 ml if you so choose. I'm also going to be doing some giveaways for Christmas. I also have some Christmas packages I was going to see if you guys be interested in. Maybe like, like a gift set, maybe like a Coastal Carolina Parfums hoodie, a poster, and the fragrance for a set price. I've got a couple ideas, but again, I'll be having different promotions, and as long as you guys are just keeping up with me on Instagram or here on YouTube, you'll be in the know. And of course, in the Facebook group, Carolina Fragrance Family, I always leave most of the information in there. If you don't see it there, you'll definitely see it on Instagram. All right, so let's take a look at some of these comments, and then if there's nothing that needs to be addressed, I will take care of what needs to be taken care of and get out of here. uh, you know what? Thank you guys for the love. I just mostly seeing love in here, so I appreciate you guys. Yeah, nothing but love. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And it's the same people that just always support. So I mean, it's just the loyalty that I appreciate, and it means the world to me to know that you guys, I feel like some of you actually have my back, and that just that means a lot to me. Yeah. So I appreciate all of you guys. If there's any questions, concerns, comments, anything, leave them down in the comments. If I don't get to them, I will get to them sometime this weekend. And I'm going to hop up off of here. But again, if you've got any ideas for live streams, anything you want to see with special guests, whether it be other channels, brands, even if you're just a subscriber and you want to come up with an idea for a video, I'm pretty much open to anything, just knowing that my time is very limited, but I want to make whatever content comes out something fun, something different, something unique, something that makes you guys feel like you're actually, part of the experience that's going on here. Yes. What we got here? Liar. More power to you, Cam. You rocks. Liar. Don't get that one, Billy Joel. One thing that you will never find me doing is lying. So, like I said, mostly love. Don't quite understand that one, but if you've got something you want to take up with me, I'm always where you can be found. All right. Okay. Well, not much more can be said here. I'm going to try to, I've got a few orders I got to fulfill, and I'm going to try to get me some shut eye. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hope you have an awesome night, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. Peace and love.